All right, what we have here is a 2023 Chris Craft 35 Calypso. This is a new model in the lineup. It's 35 feet 11 in length, 11 feet in beam, weighs just under 15,000 pounds dry, powered by triple 350 horsepower Mercury Verado motors. This boat carries 300 gallons of fuel, and it is in midnight blue with a red Riviera red boot stripe. As you can see from the profile of the boat, it does have a side door on the starboard side. It's got a full enclosure with a canvas that drops down in the back. Opening windshield. It is pretty much the ultimate day boat. It is a 21-degree dead rise at the transom, which is kind of nice. And as you can see, we have a fold-away ladder right here. There's also a ladder on the side door for getting on and off the boat, but this one's nice because for some reason, if you get stuck in the water and you need to get back on the boat, it's very difficult to get in a side door without a ladder that's easy to access from the water. Like I said, these are triple 350 Verados. The boat has underwater lights. It's a full heritage boat, which means it's got the full teak package on the floor, the rails, and all the accents on it. Let's go take a look at it. Okay, so on the transom, you can see we have Fusion remote control, so you can control the stereo from out here in the back of the boat. This is nice if you're at a beach or something and you want to not get on and off the boat to control the stereo. You also have a hot and cold transom shower, courtesy lights throughout, and obviously your JL audio speakers over here. We got a couple rod holders here. Not that you're going to be fishing the boat too often, but there's a lot of accessories that you can put inside of the rod holders, which is kind of nice, and it just gives you an extra place in case you do want to throw a rod out there. And we also have a live well back here. Again, most people might use this as a beer cooler. It's fully insulated, but if you do want to do a little fishing off the back of this boat, it's certainly able to do so. You can see here we have a flag base, which is magnetic, pop-up cleats throughout. These are fender clips that we have automatic fender clips that fit into the boat. And then the nice thing and feature about this boat is that the entire cockpit is open if you want it to be. But if you are entertaining, you just flip these seats back up. You can immediately transform it to an open cockpit boat, to a boat that can entertain a bunch of people, which is great. What I like about it is that when you're not using the boat, you're not having to put canvas on these seats to keep them dry. You just slide them out of the way, and when you get back to this boat after a rainstorm, everything's going to be dry, which is probably one of the nicest features on it. And it's super easy to do. Slide down here. Here's our side door. The side door is nice because not only does it give you a little storage inside of it, but it also has a magnetic clasp here, which I'm gonna clip over here. And it has a mount here for a ladder, so you can get on and off the boat with a stainless steel ladder. In this hatch here, kind of take a close up here, you'll see there's where a teak table stores. Kind of nice. Very clean, very organized. We have our AGM batteries for our engines and also for our house system. We have a charger over here. Mercury steering cylinders. That's a through hole for our air for our live well. And then we have two bilge pumps, one high water and one regular. Super clean. We opted not to put the generator on this boat because the cabin space is really kind of small, and we went with the 12-volt air conditioner system just because we find that people don't use the generators too much on these size boats. But it's a nice place to put your table out of the way. Nice place to get some storage in there as well. And then your table actually mounts right here in the middle. A lot of people get on these boats and always ask, what are these stainless steel floor coverings? And nobody really explains them. I'm going to right now. Because this boat is built to a standard, it has to have access to your fuel tank on the fill side and also on the supply side. And this allows us to every off season when we check a boat out to make sure there's no leaks, there's nothing that's going on that's going to indicate there's going to be a problem with the fuel system or fuel cell. So we're able to see this stuff and access it. It's not something you do every day, but it is a really nice feature on the quality of a build. Okay, we also have storage here. Really nice big storage. It slides up, and you can see inside here, it's a brand new boat. So we have our canvases that are still covered, our flags, our shore power cord, our table leg, and our dealer pack. But this is, very dry storage, very easy to get at, and closes up kind of nice. Over here, we have a USB outlet, and we also have another Fusion radio remote where you control the stereo from back here. And there's different zones and so forth that you can set up, so you can listen to music at different places and different volumes throughout the boat. Underneath here is a very well organized electrical system setup. So here's our breaker panel, our shore power panel, our JL audio amps, our C-zone setup, our another battery charger for the house side. It's very well organized for the end user, which is really nice. Again, throughout you'll see handrests that drop down, which make it super comfortable, cup holders all over the place. Just little things like handrails, where you can grab on a handrail when you're sitting on the boat and it's moving. Okay, over here we have our entertainment center, which it's got a little clip that holds it. We opt not to get the grills on these boats. We find that at the end of the year, after storing 200 Chris Crafts, that nobody ever uses a grill. So it's kind of a waste to have it in there. But we do have a little storage area here, and we do have a hot and cold water sink right here. If you wanted to put a grill on, it's very easy to add. Again, our end goal is to try to make this as simplified for the end user as possible, where there's not a lot of things going wrong with the boat. We also have a pull-out refrigerator with a freezer up top, a trash can and a little storage, which is nice, and a little cutlery drawer. All heavy duty, all on slides, all very nice finished. Here we have our main battery switches. Very simplified, very easy to get to. Notice it's in a lockable, waterproof compartment, okay? So basically when we turn everything on, we just click on, 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 on. We turn our engines and just give them power. By the way, that's a raw water washdown that's also in there. So we're here in the helm area now, which the nice thing about this boat is it's fully enclosed. It could literally is 30 degrees out and we're inside this boat right now. And it's warm. You close the canvas up in the back, close the windshield, and you're completely protected. Or you open everything up and you have as much air and everything else as you want. If you come over here, you're going to see we have two 16-inch Garmin screens that are flush mounted in here. Again, we use C-zone, so everything runs through the screens for switching, as well as some hard buttons for things that we use all the time, like our horn, where we don't want to have to think about where we get to the horn. A beautiful Italian steering wheel, okay, fully digital Mercury control with the Mercury joystick, which again includes Skyhook, which is a virtual anchor, as well as an autopilot built right into it. Throughout, you'll see USB outlets that not only will charge your phones, but also tell you what voltage you have. And we talked about the AC unit that we put in. There are vents inside the helm on both sides to allow some of that cold air coming in on a really hot day. Our screens are, Garmin screens. They're super easy to use. You can go to any portion of them and customize it as much as you want, whether you're going to engines and GPS or just your main home screen. It's super, super easy to customize. And then we have our hard switches for bilges, and this is kind of a cool one. Ready? Windshield down. The locking mechanism opens, and the windshield will Now we couple that with a little handle we pull here. And we are fully enclosed right now, which is really nice. To bring it back up, hit the button right here, windshield up. And notice how it locks into the hardtop. The steering wheel is tilt, so you can make it comfortable yourself. And you also have electronic controls to move your seat forward and back to where it's comfortable for you. We have a VHF radio built in, trim tabs with indicators. And then we have some storage now underneath here too. Just simple storage for your wallet, phones, and so forth like that. The other side has a manual slide, but it also has storage underneath here for the passenger. And then we have 2 drawer slides, which I can open up for you. So right here, this console opens up and we have a head. Head with shower and a sink if you want to get in there. This is a Tecma head, which is the same head you would see on a 100-foot boat. Nice and roomy. Okay, and on the starboard side, we actually have a little berth. And again, it's got its canvas in there. We just got this boat, so we just opened it up. But it's a double berth that fills in over here. It's got a TV in it. And again, this is air conditioned. It's got some storage. And then we have a compartment back here. So if we need to get behind the helm without going crazy and ripping everything apart, we have a storage compartment to get in here and try to troubleshoot if we have any issues in the future. Here's another compartment right here. Nice super deep well. Couple of hooks. This is your Dometic control for your air conditioning. And then everything is lit up with switches here. This is not really a storage compartment. It's more of an access compartment. When we build these boats, we want to be able to get in here and solve problems if we need to. And when a boat is built, if you've ever seen it done, it's pretty intricate. So back down there, we have a shower sump pump. That's for our shower in here to pump the water out. We also have another bilge pump, and this is our fresh water tank right here. We have another floor storage right here. And this actually is for storage. Okay. Will see that the through hole for the air conditioner is right underneath here. But you have storage. You can put, life jacket bag, other things, but it also allows us to get at the electrical if we need to. Yep. Okay, so we have storage here as well as our ladder. That's our stainless steel ladder that goes on the side door. This is kind of nice. You see these? They're magnetic, so there's no clasps to hold them. They're just held down by magnetics. And then we have a huge drain here because keep in mind, if we close everything off, we want this water to get out of the boat, and that's exactly what it will do. But look at this. This is a table that's built into the floor of this boat that we can either put at cocktail level, we can use it as a filler table where we put a cushion that fills it in and makes this all a sun lounge, or we can make it a table to dine at. And keep in mind, you also have a table in the back of this boat. And while this is coming up, I don't know if you noticed, but there are speakers everywhere on this boat. In the ceiling, there are subwoofers everywhere. The sound system in this boat is really second to none. So now we have seating all around the table. I don't know if you can actually see the indirect lights. The boat has got full indirect light package, a Lumitron electronic lighting package that will allow you to change the lights, the colors, the hues everywhere on all the lights. Kind of a cool feature if you like purple, you like blue, you like red, you're in the mood for yellow, whatever you want, you can change it. And then we have this beautiful seating area up here. Again, another fusion control for the stereo. So you can control the volume up here. Another USB over here, cup holders galore. And we have storage underneath these seats as well. Okay. Also, remember I noticed, or I said earlier, there are handrails everywhere to lean down and make it more comfortable for you to be on the boat. And there's storage that is unique, and you got to look for it. Because most people would own this boat and never know that there's a huge storage for fenders and lines right in this front compartment area. Move up front here, you'll see that there is storage compartments. Like I said, you gotta kind of look for storage on a boat, but these are hinged storage compartments. And look at this, this is kind of a cool thing. Snaps are gone. We use magnetic cushions to hold the cushions in. And that gives us access to our anchor locker, which is an all-chain windlass. Again, notice the gasketed storage. Little things like this. This right here is a drain for the cup holder up here. So our cup holders all drain onto the floor, which makes this a fully self-draining cockpit. Here we have our anchor locker. Full automatic windlass with remote. You can control this at the helm, or you can control it up here. And it's also got a locking mechanism, so you don't put extra strain on the windlass motor when you're anchored. And we also have a wash down. So if you get a little mud on your anchor and you want to wash it down, you can do so. These cup holders are also rod holders, or if you want to get a Mediterranean sunshade, that's where they fit on. Okay, so we also have this electric sure shade, which will cover out the transom of the boat if you want some shade in the back. Or if you prefer the sun, just bring it right back in. And you're ready to go. The other thing we need to talk about is the canvas on this boat. The boat comes standard with a bow cover. And then in the back, you have a couple different options. We chose to do the drop down straight canvas. So the canvas comes straight down here, blocks off this area, and leaves this cockpit open. Some people would like the slant back. It's an option. Some people might want individual seat covers. Again, that's an option. All of which we can take care of and make it custom for you after the fact. Okay, 35 Calypso. You can see the windlass coming through the front of the boat, which is nice. Again, this is all paint, automotive finish paint. The blue is not gel coat. It will not fade. It's going to have the luster and shine that it will always have. If you decide to have the boat bottom painted, if you're keeping it in the water, there's multiple options. You can go with a white bottom paint. You can go with any color you pretty much want. Stainless steel rub rail. Just a super sharp boat. And if you notice the flare on this boat, it performs unbelievably in heavy seas, equally in calm seas. If you want to take a closer look, please give us a call. If you have any other questions, please give us a call. We're happy to answer your questions for you anytime, and hopefully we can get you on board this boat.